Hello. Right, so in this short video, I'm just going to give you a very brief summary of where I started off in terms of my career to where I am now. So hopefully it'll be useful to you. So here it goes. So yeah, I'm from Barnsley, a small town in South Yorkshire. I left school with 3 GCSEs. Not so good grades, but yeah, obviously it was average back then for me. So I got a D in science, E in English, and an F in maths, and an entry level 3 in French. So yeah, that's not a great deal. So obviously back then, yeah, I was very uneducated, and I was defined as special needs because I were in some bottom sets or groups at school back then. So yeah, like jobs and careers were obviously very limited to me back then. But anyway. So after school, I went to Barnsley College to do animal care. I did an MVQ level 1 because that's all I was capable of doing back then. I completed it and everything, really enjoyed it and all that sort of thing, but I just found that I'm not sure what I wanted to do with it. I tried to go on the next level, like MVQ level 2, but there were problems with getting that set up, so yeah, I just kind of took that as a sign, I suppose, or later, it seemed like it was a sign. They weren't the right path to go down. So anyway, while I was at college, I had a part-time job at Morrison's. So I recommend getting some sort of part-time job and just get some experience as well as some money on the side. It's always a good thing, and it looks good on your CV. So I was there part-time until I decided, well, I was there part-time, and then when I couldn't start the level 2 MVQ, I went full-time at Morrison's for around about 8 months. But anyway, I started to realise that I'm not sure if I want to do this for the rest of my life, working at a supermarket, as much as like, they are good jobs, to be in, but I just felt that I was meant to do more at some point or somewhere. So anyway, 8 months were like passing or passed, and I was with my first partner at the time, and they were working at Barnsley Council, and used to tell me about all the exciting things they were doing, and I just found it very encouraging and quite jealous at the time. And it just kind of spurred me on to do something in my career. So I put myself forward for a business administration apprenticeship, and actually got a job at Barnsley College, which is where I ended up working later on, but I'll get to that in a bit. So yeah, we're doing like business admin. That was at MVQ level 2, so there's about a year plus. So yeah, got a lot of experience and stuff. This is a bit of a top tip as well. So at the time, obviously, I didn't have much qualifications behind me, so while I was at college, I took advantage of all the training that were available, basically, relating to my job role. And I did some qualifications on an evening, which I think back then were like text and word processing, level 1 and level 2, collating ECDL, computing qualifications. So I got those under my belt while I was there within that year, and obviously my MVQ as well. So after I completed my MVQ, I started applying for admin jobs, and got my first proper admin job, which is what I classed it as back then. That was at Sheffield City Council. So yeah, great experience and everything, good job, and it was just great to be doing something I really enjoyed and things. But now, yeah, I'll probably not go through all my jobs that I've been in, but yeah, I were did some other admin jobs and things like that, which when I came back to Barnsley and things. But in the background, people, I was doing like IT qualifications and things, because people kept commenting on my skills and things and saying I was really good with ICT. That's one of my strong things, and that's one of the areas that I was interested in. It's one of the things for to tell at the beginning, but yeah, when I was at school, it kind of like asked us what his choices were in terms of careers, and I always said animal care or like working with computers of some kind. So obviously did the animal care part first. Found out I didn't know what I wanted to do with it. If I wanted to be a vet of some kind or work on a farm, I'm not sure. I just weren't sure about them. But yeah, and then obviously later on, I came back towards that second choice, if you like, that computing part. So yeah, while I was doing like full-time jobs, I were doing some ICT qualifications. I think it was ECDL that I ended up doing later on. in one of the jobs, which got one of my employers to pay for. Then I came across Open University, and back then that was a really big challenge for me. I was coming from a background that I weren't well educated, but I kind of went on to do it. It wasn't a certificate, it wasn't a degree or anything, but still it was, higher education, and it was a big stretch. And the qualification that I did was, it was basically like ICT/computing. Because at that time I was thinking, do I want to be some sort of like web designer or something? Because I like being creative and doing stuff like that. I didn't pursue that career path, but after doing that, before I did some web authoring, making kind of website things, like just a basic course, which then led on to doing Open University sort of thing. Just check my LinkedIn profile to see all my career history and qualifications, because it's all on there. So yeah, I went on to do Open University, and just as we were like completing, I think it ended up being about 2 years in total, 2009 to 2011 kind of thing. I saw a job at Barnsley College, obviously where I used to work, and the job was a learning technologist. So to me back then, I wasn't quite sure what the whole detail of that job was, other than the job description. But I like what it entailed. It was working with people, working in education, obviously context, because of the college and education and things. I just ticked all my boxes, and obviously I wanted to work back at Barnsley College, because that's where I got a lot of experience from, and I like to think I grew up there as such, and got a lot of confidence and things as well. So yeah, I'm basically a learning technologist. We basically like support educators in using online tools and systems, or it could be devices, anything like digital technology that can make the learning teaching process a lot more engaging, interesting and interactive. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what it kind of is, but there's a lot more to it. But yeah, if you look on my blog, I talk a lot about e-learning, learning technology, and all that sort of thing. It all comes around to that. So yeah, trying to move on now. So yeah, I was in that job from February 2010 up to December 2016, and yeah, it was a great experience. And during that time, again, I took advantage of the training qualifications that were available. So because I was a learning technologist, but then a few years in, I ended up having my own apprentices, which were quite good, because it felt like I come full circle, so to speak. I'm starting off as an apprentice myself, to having my own. So yeah, I did. I missed the important bit out. But when I was in that learning technologist role, because I didn't come from like a teaching background to understand all the teaching learning bits, if you like, I had to do this. Well, back then it was called the petals, like preparing to teach qualifications. So I did that, a short course, and during that time on that course, I just fell in love with the whole concept of like, just the learning part. I know that's, I'm a learning person anyway. I love learning about things and stuff. But then, the teaching part, I just fell in love with the whole like process and what it involves. So, and then after that, because I liked it so much, I had to do the next course, which was the kettles, which was a certificate. Then after that, doing the full diploma to become a qualified teacher. Alongside that, I did my assessor's qualification, because obviously I had to assess apprentices in the workplace, and also internally verifying. So I did the leading internal verifying qualification as well. So got under my belt as well, if you like, while I was there, amongst other things as well. Yeah, and during that time we got a lot of got some awards as a team. But what I'm most proud of is an individual award from the Association for Learning Technology. I was awarded Learning Technologist of the Year 2016, which basically just summarised everything that I've done today in terms of understanding learning teaching to learning technology, and then going on to my masters, which is what I did later on. Because after doing all that education and everything in that area, I felt like I was ready to take on some higher education, also on a really higher level from before, which was Open University. So I did that over 2 years. So yeah, and then after that, I was looking for progression, and I went to Barnsley College at the time. I was hoping to to get the Learning Technology Manager, so the Learning Technology Manager job. But obviously didn't get that. So I moved on to the commercial sector for a short while, which was like last year, basically from January to October. The experience and everything like that, and good to experience the commercial sector and how they work. Again, it was all doing the same thing. It was e-learning, creating e-learning, materials and activities for, for their virtual learning environments. And then you could say then I found my dream job, which was the job I've got now, which I've been in since October last year. Digital practice advisor at Nottingham Trent University. I've always kind of wanted to work at university and everything at some point in my career, and I finally got there, and all that hard work that I've done before kind of paid off. So that's where I am now. So if you've been watching my video up to this point, and hopefully you understand the kind of little short journey, if you like, hopefully it's been helpful. So in terms of like my top tip, try to, in my experience, just try to find out what you want to do career-wise at an early stage or early age, as much as you can, because that will reflect on your CV when you go for jobs and things. Because employers do look at your CV and you kind of like look at where you've like started from to where now, and where your aspirations lie, and just where you're heading. But we also obviously look at the skills and all that other stuff as well. But it just looks good, and it's just like very consistent on your CV. Where you're heading and where you could be, kind of thing. Because obviously, if I did like animal care with a little bit, and then I went into a complete like a retail job, and then I went into an IT job. You see what I mean? It's like being consistent into it's a bit indecisive. So try and find out at an early stage what you want to do. If you're not sure what you want to do, just start looking at your strengths in terms of your knowledge and your skills. What do you think you're good at? Get other people to ask other people what they think you're good at, and what you like enjoy doing as well, because you spend a lot of time, majority of your time, about 80 to 90% of your lifetime at work. So what you do for work, you need to enjoy, because like I said, you'll be there for quite some time, so do enjoy as much as you can. If there's any questions, anything, please do ask me. You can ask me through LinkedIn or Twitter. I think that's it. Very short nutshell, but yeah, do a look around. I mean, there's a lot of material on my blog that I talk about in terms of just the things I experience, the learning, the challenges, the ideas. There's a lot of material, so just find it. But just one more like tip as well, is just to be proactive. Just really get on. Firstly, not just looking for a job, but just really invest in yourself, even if it means spending a little bit of money on learning new skills or knowledge, networking with people. There's a lot of things. If you look on my blog post, this is proactivity. I talk a lot about what I did, to get where I am now, kind of thing, and how I involve myself in things. And you might find that I'm, appearing like very confident now or something, but back at school and the early stage of my career, I was not confident at all. Barely recognisable, to be honest, to what I am now. And I'm still trying to find confidence in various areas of my professionalism, if you like. So so good luck with your careers, and hopefully you can head in it, just be successful, basically. That's what I'm trying to say. So good luck.